small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Booster ignition and liftoff of Discovery's Rex. Its 7-year mission to boldly go to the asteroid.
This is the art of the possible, and this is the future. When you look in their eyes and you see the expression and their excitement about what they're doing, what they're learning, that is going to set them up for high school success. And obviously, if they choose to go to college, it'll be even better for that. It really is the art of the possible and understanding what a unique time this is for aerospace. And then the students that we have here in Colorado Skies Academy, they have the motivation. Choice is ownership, ownership's motivation, motivation's success. And the kids are choosing to come here and are excited about aerospace because they can see it, smell it, touch it, hear it every day. And that, I think, is going to go a long way to guarantee that they are successful.
Colorado Skies Academy opened its doors to learners in grades 6 through 8, bringing a new project-based learning opportunity to families in the greater Arapahoe area. Authorized by the Cherry Creek School District and located adjacent to Wings Over the Rockies Blue Sky Gallery, the school opened in modular buildings while construction commenced on the school's permanent campus.
It's project-based learning, and your kid doesn't have to sit at a desk all day. And Andy, there's hands-on projects. And you get to see planes fly by.
In September 2020, classes began at the new permanent campus, the culmination of several years of planning and work by a team of educators and aviation industry professionals.
Oh, this is groundbreaking. This is something new. This is something that your kid can be a part of, right? This isn't just a school; it's a community. It's an experiment, but so far it's a very successful one. It says that even with our own two kids, they both have very different styles of learning and ways that they need to be given information and how they process it. And so, what draws me to this idea is every kid has the opportunity to learn as themselves, right? It's an individual learning program, so they're taught to their level based on where they're at and how they need that information, but still in a group classroom setting. And I think that's pretty remarkable.
A unique feature of Colorado Skies Academy is its location. With its opening, it marked the first public middle school in the nation located on a working airport. First opened in 1968, Centennial Airport is one of the nation's busiest general aviation airports.
Airplanes. It's one thing to be in a classroom. It's another thing to actually have the practical experience, not only just the project-based stuff, but to walk out on the ramp, walk out and see airplanes fly and be amazed by how all of this technology actually lifts off the ground and defies gravity.
It's not easy being the forerunners, doing something new that's never been done, especially in education. So Colorado Skies is a school that partners with an aerospace museum that's located right on an airstrip that is deciding to approach the standards that we're required to hit in public school through the lens of aerospace. This has never been done before. We have STEM schools, we have aviation schools, but nothing like this. So this is a hallmark for the community, for Cherry Creek School District, for the Colorado community. It's an opportunity to be a forerunner, to say, hey, here's an idea of a model of education that could be replicated in another field as well. And that is an amazing opportunity.
Every charter organization has a vision, and that vision is what captivates learners and their families and pulls them into the program. Having a facility design that conveys that vision and supports the learning model is key to a good educational strategy. In order to bring these visions to life, we have a process called Co-Create. And the Co-Create process is where we work with key stakeholders to understand your educational vision, understand the spaces that are going to support that vision, and how to bring all of those pieces together to fit your budget.
Well, one of the designs of the building was to be able to have a open air kind of environment, but also have an exploratorium that is where the kids can do, it's more than just a computer lab. It is more than just a makerspace, which is also available too. where hands-on experience can be provided. If it was a traditional schoolroom with a whiteboard in the front and seats and desks for students to go, I don't think it would invite that innovative spirit, that excitement that I think the future holds for young people to think outside the box. So I think the building design allows you to have that kind of focus on what is in the art of the possible. What I can think of new ways of doing things, and I'm doing practical applications of what I've learned academically, but now I'm actually building something or touching something or flying in something or talking to someone who's connected to the aerospace industry. And that's why it's so important for the principal and the teachers who are involved in making that happen. And their excitement is transferred down to the young people, who then are allowed to be able to make the project-based learning focus in a building that's designed to allow for that kind of growth.
There's space matters, like how your spaces look impact kids' behavior. So if your space looks like a prison, you're going to get prisoners. So you're going to get kids who act like prisoners. And so if your spaces look like a fun space where it's engaging and creative and inspirational and they can let their imaginations go, they're going to let their imaginations go. And ultimately that's what we want, is for them to figure out who they are, what they love, what they're passionate about, and let them just take flight. That's ultimately what it's about.
The joys of working with Skies is that their vision is looking at education of the future. They're looking at openness and collaboration and a real integration of the education with the space. So they really rely on a space that allows those students to collaborate. So as an architectural design team, our joy gets to be how do we work with the program and create that collaborative space and look towards what the future of education might be at the same time.
So with General John Barry's vision, this was never intended to be just a single school. The purpose of Colorado Skies Academy was to serve as a model for development of hopefully many other Skies Academies throughout the country that can really change the trajectory and help assist the need in aviation and aerospace development going forward. So our firm belief is that it can serve as a great model on the community partnerships, partnerships with local districts and community and many other organizations that see the need not just in aerospace and industry, but in any other industry, that these innovative, creative educational models and schools can be created to address those needs.